Welcome to the channel. This is Coach Charles on the Soccer Benchmark. Now, at this moment, I really don't care whether we play well or we play poor or we play however we play. All I care about are 3 points. 3 bloody points. Because position 13, 12, and 14 are stuck on us like tick, you know. Every time you turn, you see a number 12. Every time you turn, you see a number 13. When you move up, you see number 14. When you sleep, you see 13. When you wake up, you see 12. When you 13, 12, 14, that is where we've been the entire season. Just, we can't move out of those places. It's like they are stuck on us. They have ropes, we have chains, we have glue, gum. Everything is holding us onto those 3 positions. There is no momentum that has been built to get out of this crazy 14, 13, 12 numbers. So we are happy about this win. This Fulham win is just amazing, We don't care what happens. We do not care whether the performance was bad or whether the performance was... Whoever has something to say, let them say, but this is a good win in a very boring game. So there are 5 things that we saw in this game that we need to talk about. Consider subscribing for this channel because we are building it day by day. Number 1, Martinez is a fighter. Give me any other player, give me any other day, give me anything you want, but do not fail to give me Martinez. I need him every other day of the week playing for Manchester United. Because this guy reminds me of Gabriel Hens. You remember? That guy who will kick his grandmother just to win the ball. That is Martinez for you. This guy is a fighter. I saw him picking a fight against the huge Adama Traore. He pushed him on the chest and Adama just shoved him away like a piece of paper, but he was coming back, He was riled, he was fighting, he was always engaged, and that is the kind of player that we want at Manchester United. People who can stand and be counted, even if you're 5'4", 5'3", 5 foot, whatever foot you are, just have that fight in you. And this guy, Martinez, this guy it is the size of the fight in the dog that matters. And this is a guy that I will go to war with any day, any minute. And he gave us a bloody good goal. Deflected, who cares? Deflected, I don't care. This is what we saw. A good goal. Beautiful goal when we needed it. 70 plus minutes, and he pulls that up. And the way he came for that ball, it was pushed back, and the Fulham player could not pick it because Martinez was already there all over the ball, and he gave it a beautiful shot, and the deflection just went over the Fulham goalkeeper. So 1-0 to Manchester United, and that guy Martinez is my man of the match. He gave us the win. He was defending, he was passing, he was holding on to the ball. He was basically our man of the match. Number 2, collyer clearance. Sometimes you play games and you play bad games, you play poor games, you play all kind of games, but sometimes all you need is luck. And we were lucky to have this collyer guy at the line. This kid just, he saved our blushes. He saved Manchester United basically because we had already scored, and now these guys were pushing for a draw, for whatever a result. But collyer was there to take care of business. It's not that he was standing on the line. He was very aware of what was happening. In fact, he moved into that position very late in that cross, and that is how he managed to save United's blushes, and he cleared that ball off the line. There was no a referee blowing the center, showing the center of the goal. No, it was basically Manchester United scoring a beautiful saving. It was basically Manchester United players saving a beautiful goal-bound ball, and that is what young collyer brings to the team: fight, interest, agility, speed, tackles. He brings it all. So this is the future of Manchester United. Number 3. Hojlund disaster. We have talked about this Hojlund guy for the longest time, but my God, this guy just, in this particular game against Fulham, he was no here nor there. His touch just left him. I remember walking in the street and meeting Hojlund touches in our streets. I was wondering how is he going to play without his touches, and that is what we saw. He had no touch, no fast touch, no ball control. He could not hold on to the ball. He could not shield his defenders, kept falling, kept going down, Every time he was given a pass, I knew he was going to lose it. And that is what happened. So I don't know whether we are playing him the wrong way. I don't know whether he's a kind of player that cannot hold on to the ball. He needs the ball through the channels, through the lines. He needs those through passes so that he can chase over them. Maybe that will help him, but still, he's part of the play. So he makes our offensive third very toothless. Our players can't attack because there's no one to bring him into the play. And Hojlund is our number 9 that is supposed to be doing that. So it's crazy, man. This guy has to improve. He has to be given. Build a wall for this guy. Let him do those wall passes. Hit the ball onto the wall, control, hit the ball again until he learns how to control a bloody ball. Number 4, offensive toothless. Our offensive play was toothless. And how do we know that? 0 corners, 1 shot on target. Very few touches into the opponent's box. I don't know, less than 10. So what are we doing as United? What are we doing offensively? It's like we are playing basically in the middle of the park. Nothing much. And our defenders are the ones who are holding on to the ball longer than anyone. The passes that we have at the back are just too many. If you look at, I think Maguire, Delete, Martinez are the ones who are having most passes in this game. And you ask yourself, how are we going to score? When are we going to score? Sometimes our play is very slow, building up towards the offensive third. The balls, it is played lethargically. It is quite slow, and how will we even improve on this? And that is a problem that the coach needs to handle. We need to get in corners. We need to be scoring. We need to be putting teams under pressure. And that is something that needs to improve as soon as possible. Lastly, number 5, number 5, there's some defensive stability finally at Manchester United. We saw a very stable defense. Our players were covering for each other. Our players were pressing on the opponent. Delete at one point had to follow Wobby all the way to the center of the line just to make sure that he doesn't give that forward pass. Maguire was colossal. He was heading the balls. He was passing the balls. Martinez is just Martinez doing what Martinez does. At one point, he almost stamped on Adama Traore only to get injured himself. But he gave us that goal. Our defense are able to defend, and they're able to also score goals. And that is a plus for any team. So going forward, I think Manchester United needs to just improve on the offensive side. The defensive side looks stable. Our coach seems to have found his preferred formation at the back, and that is something that is really positive. Malacia came in, Yoro came in to the defense, and it was basically the same thing. Nothing changed. It was just good defending, clear the ball, take care of the ball, cover the defense, and make sure that Onana does not get those shots on goal. So what can go wrong? What can go wrong? So for Ruben Amorim and the team, we are going places, but we need signings to improve this team. We need offensive players, midfielders. Our defense looks good, but we need players who can carry the ball. I'll see Wobby carry the ball all the way from his defense to our box, and that is crazy. That is something that we don't have at United. So what can go wrong? Consider subscribing, consider sharing, commenting. Let's talk about this, and let's keep playing football a better way.